Alright, YouTube. So I've got this toilet here, and as you can hear, it's continuing to run. So what I'm going to do today is we are going to replace all the inner pieces. Now, it's a fairly simple job. Take this off so you can get a look at the inside. You can hear it kind of going. It's an older toilet, so we'll just let this over here to the side. First thing you've got to do is make sure you got all your inner flaps. You can see it's an older unit, so what I've done is I went and bought a more modernized unit here. So yeah, you can really hear it going there. You see it dripping and everything else. So I've tried to adjust it, and it's just not working. So what we got to do, the first thing that we got to do here is right down there, let's shut the water off. Alright, then we want to give it a good flush. And what that's going to do is pretty much drain most of the water out of there. And that's what we want to do. Now, what we got to do next is we need to get the rest of the water out of there. So, fortunately, I'm going to have to go get my shop vac, because usually these things drain pretty much down. But now you can do it with that little bit of water in there. And I just may do it this time without pulling out the shop vac, is to go ahead and just get a bucket and put it underneath there. And that most of the time, you can catch your water that way. So I think this time I'm going to try to find a bucket, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, YouTube, so I've got everything done here. I've got everything ready to go. I got a couple of wrenches to use to get it off. I've got the new kit open. Comes with pretty much everything that you need. We've got the water turned off in there. Got the bucket underneath there. And of course, I messed up my knee pretty good the other day, so I'm using a blanket to comfort it. So the first thing you want to do when doing these is go ahead and take out this flapper piece, which is right there. So usually these just pop right off. No tearing your knuckles up or anything. There we go. Got that off. So alright, so I got that off. I got all that taken care of. You can see the water spout down there and everything else, and this is your little hose that fills it up. Now in reality, it's just this thing that's leaking, so really you could just replace this only, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can get everything replaced. Okay, we live in a newer house, so everything is pretty much tightly on there. The water is actually clean, even though it looks dirty. It's not poop or nothing, so don't worry. What it is just, rust and stuff around the edges there. So, but then there is I don't know if I can get up there so you guys can see it, but there is a clamp on there that has to come off up there. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Alright, YouTube, so it took me a few minutes, but with the wrench and stuff, I got it going. So you can see the remaining of the water is coming down. That's why we wanted the bucket there. And this little nut just comes off of here. Take a few minutes to get that sucker off. Okay, so this thing comes with a new gasket, which I already went ahead and put in there. Comes with new rings, new everything, so we're going to get this done. Plus this thing has a self-adjustment unit right there. You can flow how fast it fills up, how fast it drains, etc., etc. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this one in place, which as you can see just kind of drops right down there in the hole. I do stand corrected on something. I did not get the complete kit that also replaces that other white thing down there. This is just to fill in the flapper. So I do stand corrected. Now with this washer, you know, we know it fits in the hole fine. So what we got to do is get this one to go against here. And this will seal it up once it, you know, gets tightened up. It'll get really nice and sealed. So once we get that going, we'll just go ahead and plop this on down in that hole. Just like that. Fits perfectly. And don't mind about how close it is. You know, everything's going to be done with the, you know, tube and everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tightened up. Alright YouTube, so I got all this on. Got that tightened up pretty good. We're taking the new hose, putting it down in the original hole, and it just kind of clips on the side there. Alright YouTube, and they say plumbing work don't get dirty. Well, so I got everything loaded up in there. Got the new flapper, which just clips in place. You can see it's working properly. So now it's time to just do the opposite and fill it up. Check for leaks. Looks good. Now, of course, as the water fills up, it's going to hit that little plunger thing, and as you can see, it's starting to go up. And that's physically going to shut your water off. And as you can see, there is no more drip sound. Well, what I always like to do is go ahead and give it a flush. Make sure the flap goes down and doesn't get caught up on anything. And do another fill up on it. Make sure it's coming up nice and good. Water shuts off, nothing's leaking, we are good to go. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys have a blessed day.